So it's not that it's magic, but in a way it can feel magical when we remember the simplicity that actually allowing for the totality of what wants to happen in a moment makes it so much more bearable than living in this fear of what it could be. Because we often catastrophize things and we think it's going to be so much worse or so much more painful. And we actually rob ourselves of actually the lessons that we learned from moving through it and on to something that could be quite beautiful. So on my teacher training, for meditation, you're learning lots of different things and you're testing lots of different things. And, people's stress comes out in all sorts of ways, physical, emotional, a lot of fatigue comes out. That's how we experience a lot of stress release. And one thing I noticed for myself, and I didn't immediately connect it to something deeper, was that I was having a lot of idiopathic nerves. Like anytime I had to perform like the gratitude ceremony in front of the group or this or that, I would shake. And it's like, I have performed at Carnegie Hall. Why am I shaking to sing for 15 people? And it really, really bothered me. What was it about? And it was actually getting worse. And it was actually getting to the point where I was experiencing these nerves in meditation. I'm meditating for 14 hours a day and I'm shaking. What's that about? 14 hours of meditation or so, we're in the depths of really like scraping ourselves, so to speak, of all of the stress and the traumas and the stuff that we've been compacted with over a lifetime and releasing that so that we can be as capacious and adaptable as possible. And I was finding I was starting to shake. These nerves were coming out in meditation. And I wasn't having a lot of like other physical sensations or pains or, other forms of stress release. And as I sat with it, and I was just like, I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to be afraid of feeling, if there are more nerves to come out, because obviously as a performer, I've dealt with nerves for my lifetime. And as a performer, you often have to suppress them and not feel them because you won't, be able to do the audition or the performance. And, especially pre-meditation in my teens, my MO was if there's a will, there's a way. And so I wasn't really feeling the nerves in a way, whereas now my ethos, if I have to perform and I feel some nerves, is actually just to feel them because the only way out is through. It's cliche, but it's true. And so here I am feeling these nerves in meditation. And I was just like, you know what, I'm done with feeling this. I am actually a little scared of what the full extent of this nervousness could be, but bring it on, God. Bring it on, universe. Like, I don't care if it lasts for an hour more, a week more, a month more, a year more. Like, give me the full-on blast of what this is and what this is all about, because I'm done being scared of it and I'm done trying not to feel it. I don't think I said it in as many words, but that was the core of it. And as ridiculous as it sounds, as soon as I said that, the nerves immediately went away. Were there little echoes here or there? It was like they're the, kind of the faint reminder of it in a moment or two? Sure. But no, there was a huge, palpable, like complete black and white to Technicolor in an instant change, that moment that I surrendered to. Bring it on. Like, I'm willing to feel all of this. Like, if it kills me, it kills me, but I don't really think it will kill me. And actually, I had a deep insight about what those nerves were about. They weren't even about singing. It was a little bit about it. It was actually about what I had experienced in utero with my birth mother, her indecision about to keep me or not. And that was deeply impressed in me. And I had this gnosis that that's where the nerves were coming about. It was about, do I belong in the world? Is it safe? And so of course I'm going to feel nervous about that. Is it safe for me in the world? But the greatest lesson came when I actually just surrendered to it and I said, okay, let me feel it. And so it doesn't have to be some big grandiose thing like, do I exist in the world? And the nervousness that I felt in utero. You can be blocking your feelings in all sorts of ways, and that can be creating the anxieties, the tensions, the discomfort, the whatever that is, tripping you up day to day and robbing you of the bliss, which is your birthright.